Do doctors usually flirt? Yesterday I went to have a laser procedure for acne scars. The only doctor available was a young male. The whole time he was chatting with me, and I think it was a flirt. He was making compliments of how interesting my glance is. That I have a charm. He asked me if I have a boyfriend and 3 times said that they should find me a boyfriend when I told him I don't have one. He asked me where I like to go in the city and even asked about my zodiac sign. He said, "Why don't you have a boyfriend?" "Maybe because you're too intelligent and cultured." He said my name is beautiful. When I shared this with my mom, she said that doctors are usually chatty, so you can go again. Am I wrong? Was this not a flirt? I'm a doctor and can tell you we usually chat with our patients. But that was beyond the usual acceptable boundary. They're usually courteous. They'll chat to you. That is flirting, and that's different. Yeah, that feels pretty unprofessional. Your mom is hoping you'll marry a doctor. I don't think it's normal to ask if you have a boyfriend for the visit you mentioned. If they are flirting, then they are breaching all ethical standards. As a doctor, it's really hard to flirt with patients, because it can easily cross the line and be seen as unprofessional and creepy, so I just don't do it. Yes, he was. Doctors ask questions to spark conversation, but not in that manner. Very unprofessional. As a doctor myself, I can tell you that it's possible. It's unethical, and we look so down on people who do this. It's not common though. We try to be as chatty as possible to make patients more relaxed. But for this situation we can't judge. He may be just trying to make you feel more confident, but at the same time he may be flirting. As a woman, we generally know when people are just chatty, and when people are flirty. So just trust her instinct, and if you don't feel comfortable, ask for another doctor. He wasn't flirting with you. He was straight up hitting on you. Doctors usually don't, but unprofessional scumbags who are a lawsuit away from losing their license to practice do. Avoid him. The power dynamic means he could lose his license for dating a patient. He sounds like a creep. The 3x boyfriend thing is crazy. Remember, everyone. If someone flirts and makes you feel special when they have other students, patients, whatever, you're not the only one. Trust me, I know. Learned the hard way. Never date someone who has power over you professionally. That's incredibly unprofessional, and I'd say downright creepy. He's in a temporary position of power over you, and repeatedly hitting on you like this is low-key disturbing. I've had doctors, male nurses, do this too. Almost every time I'm in the hospital. And it makes me feel gross and kinda unsafe. You can't safely reject the advances when the man is deciding about your health. Went to have a laser procedure for acne scars. You were having cosmetic surgery. He was complimenting you so that you feel more confident in your appearance. He seems like he went a little far. If you are uncomfortable with it, find a new doctor. I think he crossed a line. Chatting, even a few compliments since it was cosmetic procedure, were probably okay. But asking personal questions about having a boyfriend? Nope. It's possible he's young, inexperienced with patients, and clueless, but still not okay. At minimum, I'd ask specifically not to have him as my doctor when I made another appointment. I'd consider expressing my concern about it to a more senior doctor in the practice. It'd be doing them and maybe him a favor, as this behavior could put the practice at risk for lawsuit if he continues. That is extreme flirting, and no, they don't usually do extreme flirting or even regular flirting, and only occasionally subtle flirting. Doctors are sometimes chatty and almost always friendly, and the combination can appear flirty, but they should never come on to you. Asking about your sign sounds like just making conversation. Asking if you have a boyfriend. Or why don't you have a boyfriend? Definitely sounds like it crosses a line. MD here, he definitely was flirting and that is definitely not okay. Are you sure he's not a gay man? Because I have a gay friend who is more willing to give compliments like that because it's not viewed as an advance towards you. Only when they're on SPED. I worked as a registered nurse for decades. Most doctors are professional and friendly. They are not flirting. Medical people will treat you friendly as a skill. That way, you're more relaxed and you'll give them more of the information they need to treat your issue. With that said, I have worked with doctors who are absolute pigs. If you get a bad vibe from your doctor, definitely go to another doctor and don't look back. Absolutely inappropriate. When I was younger, I had a chiropractor make similar comments to me. He also invited me to his home to have homemade wine. I didn't go. Of course. I wish I would have reported him to his boss or at least told him bluntly that he was inappropriate. The people who responded that this is no big deal. I'm curious if you're male or female. I suspect male. I don't think this was flirting. I dunno. I just have a hard time picturing an interested, straight man asking you why you don't have a boyfriend or say that they should find you one after you said you didn't. That's not how I think that line of questioning would go if he was interested. Sounds more like dude was gassing you up. He wasn't flirting. Flirting implies a playful subtlety. He was outright hitting on you. That was wildly inappropriate. Find a new doctor and file a complaint. Also, he may just be trying to help your confidence, as acne scarring can make you feel unattractive. Laser procedure for acne scars. He's probably used to patients with self-esteem issues and does this to help boost their confidence. Most doctors chat. They don't usually flirt. In my opinion, flirting from someone with that power differential is gross. When did everyone become such fucking pussies? That was absolutely flirting, yes. It's normal to chat a bit and go towards flirting. Like giving compliments and stuff because the procedure is cosmetic. That can be normal. But what this doctor did is straight up flirting. You don't give a compliment and then ask if they're single. That's unprofessional. With those type of question, I would put my money on him being gay. No, it's not normal. That's really inappropriate and a breach of doctor's code of conduct. Ideally, he should be reported. Now, if you were there for feminine health, okay, asking if you have a boyfriend or are sexually active would make sense. What you're describing is not that and very unprofessional. As a doctor, holy shit, that is super unethical. Asking if you're sexually active is very, very different from asking if you are off the market. I'm in healthcare and sometimes we're unprofessional in that sometimes we act goofy and occasionally swear if we read the situation patient and it seems to make the experience better. But, no. That was creepy AF and I've never seen anyone in any role from any generation act that way. Small talk is normal. But that is kind of weird. Appropriate any new hobbies lately? How's work and life? I went to the museum and they have a new exhibit. What are your favorite restaurants in the city? My daughter's graduation is on Friday, so I'll be out of town next week. You can follow up with the nurse. Inappropriate what you just cited happening. Mom gave the green light. Go get you some of that. Lol, a doctor asked you what's your sign. Did this happen in California? That's kind of unprofessional and creepy. Doctors usually talkative, but this one is trying to pipe. That was flirting. He's shitting where he eats. You would hope a doctor would know better. Asking if you have a boyfriend is pushing the friendliness a little bit.